away. He took me camping. It was about 3:30 in the morning. Talk about exciting. I just lying there, and I woke him up. I said, "Dad, look at all them beautiful stars. I've never seen so many stars. What does that make you think of?" He said, "I'll tell you something it makes me think of. It makes me think that our planet is just one of millions of stars in our galaxy, and our galaxy is one of millions of galaxies in the universe, and I feel quite insignificant and small." He said, "What does it make you think?" I said, "I think someone has nicked our tent." Once on a trip, years ago, before it was all the perspex things, they used to have bars on the cages, didn't they? Do you remember that? And the monkeys behind the bars. And I laughed because one of the zookeepers pushed through the bars of the monkey cage 5 bananas and a tin opener. And I said, "They don't need a tin opener for the bananas." He said, "I'm not stupid, it's for the custard." Well, because Uncle Brian, great Uncle Brian, 85 years old, got engaged, sort of, and tell you what happened. Look at me dancing for no apparent reason. This is what happened. Let me see if I can do this. I've never done it before. That was quite easy. So, do another impression. Man who's just about to blow the biggest audition of his life for a West End musical, Cats, West End, Cirencester. Uncle Brian, 85 years old. Why am I waving? 85 years old, and sort of got engaged. He proposed to Nellie Parsons, who used to run the greengrocers, at the Senior Citizens Club at St Thomas in Exeter. And he had a terrible night, to be honest. He was tossing and turning in bed. And I'll tell you for why, because of his age. He couldn't remember whether she said yes or no. He couldn't remember. He was trying to remember her face when he asked her, was it smiling? Did it look angry? He couldn't remember. So at 11:30 at night, he rang her up. At 11:30. He said, "Nellie, it's Brian here. I'm sorry to disturb you so late. But when I asked you to marry me, did you say yes or no?" She said, "I'm so glad you rang. I knew I agreed to marry someone, but I couldn't remember." So that worked out. It's time for some magic. Vanishing digestive. Check it still there. And now, sprinkle some magic dust. Digestion. Did it with hot knots, couldn't speak for a week. She's gone, this woman here. Take her home, sir. I think she's ready. Right. Dylan, my father told me this, my grandson Dylan's doing very well at school, 9 years old, and he had science for the first time, 9 years old. And the teacher came out with 2 glasses, one filled with water and one filled with flipping whiskey. School. And put 2 earthworms, one in the one with water and one in the one with whiskey. And the one in the water kept wriggling, and the one in the whiskey went flipping crazy, shriveled up, sank to the bottom and died. And the teacher said, boys and girls, what does this tell us? My grandson puts out Dylan. He said, please miss, if you drink whiskey, you won't get worms. And I'm proud of him. Our final sequence of my books has just been released. I know, I'm so proud. It's called Logical Nursery Rhymes 3. Because nursery rhymes don't make sense, do they? Sir, have you ever seen a cat jump over a moon? It's ridiculous. What about you, sir? You ever seen a dish run away with a spoon? And you never will. What about you, sir? You ever seen Little Boy Blue come blow? All right, that's a bad example. But the majority... Really, you struggled with that one? The majority of nursery rhymes don't make sense, so I've done some logical ones for the kids. I hope you're going to enjoy them, ladies and gentlemen, and they're coming up after this short break. Logical nursery rhymes. First one's called Humpty Dumpty. This will give you the idea. It's to help the kids, really. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men did absolutely nothing because it is only an egg. Do another one for you. Logical. Two little dicky birds sitting on a wall. One named Peter, one named Paula. Fly away, Peter. Fly away, Paul. Oh no, we can't. We're fingers. Now this. A logical nursery rhyme with choreography, a goosey, a gander. A goosey, gander. Where? I get paid for this! A goosey, gander. Where shall I wander? Up the stairs, down the stairs, in my lady's chamber. There I saw an old man who should say he prayers. I took him by the left leg and threw him down the stairs, committing murder. London Bridge is falling down. London Bridge is falling down. It's falling down, falling down, falling down. A little bit is falling down. Who cares? 'Cause it's now in America.